we were doing keyword research in the last session, right? And some of you have
Ma'am, you are
query.
not audible.
I'm not audible now. Am I audible? Hello, Varnita. Am I audible now? What about others? Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Varnita.
You're audible.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, some of you have a query related to Google Ads account login, right? I'll one second. I'll show you the process again. Once again, I'm sharing my screen and how to process with Google Ads account. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you have to search for Google Ads. Okay. Click on click on this. It will not ask for payment. Okay. You have to click on Start Now. It will open up this Google Ads account directly, or it will give you one second. I'll try with create new account so that it will. It is not asking for creating new ad accounts. One second. Let me try with another account. Let's create new Google Ads account. So I think this is the screen that you will get when you will start with the new account of Google Ads, right? Surya, are you getting this window? Is it asking for your business details
Yes,
or
ma'am. Yes,
something?
ma'am.
Okay, so I am showing the process, and just process with me. Okay, if you face any problem, ask me. Okay.
Uh, uh,
Okay, so here, can you see this skip campaign creation option? Are you getting this option? Skip
yes,
campaign creation.
yes.
Okay, click on this.
Okay.
And after this, you will get this billing information. So just continue with that, or if it is mandatory, then India is already there. Indian INR rupees already there. So just click on continue, and after that, it will ask for some details of you, like we can add net banking here. Annual payment amount should be 800. Continue. You don't have to pay the amount, just enter the amount. Okay. After
Okay, okay,
this,
ma'am. That is my doubt, actually.
uh, okay, so just enter the amount, don't pay the amount. After this, just click on no and submit this. Acha, it is asking something else. uh, Payment profile is this, promotional code is this, everything is done. Why it is asking? Okay, now you will get your account is already activated. Then click on continue. Okay, and again continue, and you will get this dashboard. Okay, is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am. It's completely clear.
Okay, okay. So this was the account creation process. So everyone's assignment is completed. Assignment of keyword research and categorizing keywords in different categories
Yes,
is
ma'am. I've done that.
completed. Okay, so I'll put the assignment on dashboard, and then you will be able to share your files, okay, on the portal. What about others? Karthik, uh, Anirban, and Avinash, Ashrojit.
Ma'am,
Yes, Karthik.
ma'am, I have using two domains, ma'am. One is agri products, and another one is digital marketing services, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
When I was searching the Google Ads key planner,
Mm-hmm.
agri products, I have just got only 8 keywords only, ma'am.
Only 8 keywords.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
And what about others?
on that, I have completed, ma'am, assignment. And another one is Google digital marketing services. I have
Mm-hmm.
got around 800, ma'am.
Okay.
800 keyword.
Mm-hmm.
In that, I have completed just 30. I have completed, ma'am.
Okay, okay, no problem. So, by the next session, I will upload the assignment on portal, and you will have to upload that sheet on the portal. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. For creating this Google Ad account only, I have taken some little bit time, ma'am. What you have shown, I have used the same method, but
Mm-hmm.
I have used the bank account, ma'am. I didn't
Okay.
give any details, but I have used bank account.
Yes, yes, very good. That you have to do
Mhm.
the for the process, right? Okay,
Okay.
good.
Thank you, ma'am.
So let's see. We have seen only keyword planner tool in the previous session, but we have more tools for keyword research. Okay, let's see those keywords also. We have Uber Suggest. We have Answer the Public. Answer the Public tool is very good tool for this keyword long tail keyword research. Okay, but in the free version, uh, you cannot download the sheet. You have to write the keywords from the keyword list. Okay, so this is the is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the website of answerthepublic.com. I'm sharing the link also in the chat box. Okay, I have shared it, so you can save this link and you can open it on your screen also. I'll search for any of the keyword like modular kitchen. I'm searching. Okay, so here you can select for which country you are targeting. Okay, and then click on search. English or language also you can select from there, right? So this is how your list of keywords will appear. All the details are here. What is the search volume of this particular modular kitchen, and what is the cost per click? It is mentioned. These colors represent cheap, medium, and expensive keywords. Okay, and now you have this list of keywords. On the basis of questions, there are 47 keywords. Okay, we cannot save the image, we cannot download this image in the free version, but we can write the important keywords in our list. Okay, so these are the 47 keywords we have on the basis of question. Okay, like why modular kitchen is important, why modular kitchen is costly, can modular kitchen be shifted, how modular kitchen be installed, right? So these are the different keywords related, question keywords related to your main keyword. You can use this question keywords or long tail keywords in your content to answer these questions. Okay, mainly these questions are questions that your targeted audience ask on search engine, right? So if you will use these questions in your content and answer them, definitely you will drive traffic from search engine to your website directly. Okay, is that clear? So these are the question keywords. Then we have 61 keywords on the basis of prepositions, right? Like modular kitchen without slab, modular kitchen for sale, modular kitchen for small kitchen, okay, modular kitchen for home, modular kitchen near me with price list. Okay, so these are 61 keywords here. After this, on the basis of comparison, we have 19 keywords like modular kitchen and wardrobe, modular kitchen and furniture, modular kitchen and interiors, modular kitchen versus semi modular kitchen. Okay, so on the basis of this, we have 19 keywords. Then alphabetically we have 349 keywords like modular kitchen accessories price list, modular kitchen in Bhopal. On the basis of location we have modular kitchen cabinet design, like right, like this you have many keywords available here, so you can use them in your content according to your choice. Okay, you have to select only those keywords. We have so many keywords in the keyword research list, right? But you have to select only those keywords which are closely related or directly relevant to your product or services. Okay, only those keywords you have to pick. Okay, others you can leave. Is that clear? Clear to all? And the okay, and answerthepublic.com also it is clear how to use that.
Yes.
Okay,
Can you please explain this CPC once? Like, what is
C-
this? Yeah.
yes, CPC is cost per click. Cost per click means how much if you will run ad campaign on this particular keyword, then how much cost you have to pay per click. Okay, on per click, whatever what is the amount you have to pay when you will receive the click on that keyword, that is the CPC. We'll understand this when we will do Google ads. Okay, practically we'll understand that. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so this was the answerthepublic.com. You can use this tool also for your keyword research. Like Karthik have got only 8 keywords, right, on one of the keyword, right? So you can use this answerthepublic.com for your keyword research, Karthik. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Now another tool we have is Uber Suggest. This is the Uber Suggest. So we will use free version only. In the paid version you will get more details, but there is a limitation in free version. Still it will provide you many keywords, like if we search for digital marketing services. Okay, and we will select India here and search. This is how the list of keywords will appear in this. It is getting loaded. So this is the search volume, SEO difficulty, paid difficulty, and cost per click, right? So and these are the keywords on the basis of these are the suggestions, these are the question keywords, prepositions, and comparisons. Okay, so if I'll click on view all 289, it is like this, right? So digital marketing agency Mumbai, digital marketing company Ahmedabad. This is all based on a location. A digital marketing agency near me. Okay, and if we'll try this question keywords. So why digital marketing is important, what digital marketing does, um, how digital marketing works, who is the father of digital marketing, what is digital marketing company, what digital marketing agency do, right? So you have all these keywords, but in the free version you will get the volume, CPC and this difficulties only for few of the keywords. After that you will not get the no volume and CPC. You have to upgrade for this. Okay, so better you can select this answerthepublic.com or keyword planner for finding out the volume for that particular keyword, if you find any suitable keyword for your website. Okay, is that clear? Uber suggest is clear? Any query regarding Uber suggest? This tool is clear to all? Okay, so I am sharing the link for this website also. One second. You can check in the chat box. I have shared the link. Okay, so this is Uber suggest. After this we have more tools like href, or you can use Google Search Console. So Google Search Console we will understand in detail when we'll do technical SEO, right? I'll tell you how to use Google Search Console for your keyword research. Okay, so these are the tools for keyword research. For now, just use these three keywords for your keyword research. If you are not getting proper list of keywords or proper relevant keywords for your product or services, just use this answer the public and Uber suggest for now. Okay, is it clear to all? Okay, now one second, I'm sharing the screen. So how you have to do this keyword research? What are the steps included in this keyword research? Again, I'm showing that. Yes, Varnita, do you want to ask anything? Any
No, ma'am.
question? Okay. So, what are the steps involved in keyword research? Is the PPT visible to you?
Yes.
Okay. So, first of all, you have to make a list of important, relevant topics based on what you know about your business, right? Like seed keywords you can use, right? Or whatever you know about your business, that you can um, um, list in the keyword list. Okay. Then fill in those topic buckets with keywords. Okay, for this you can use the modifiers, or you can take help of keyword research tools. Okay, then understand how intent affect keyword research. Intent, we have discussed the intent, right? Like is it informational keyword, is it transactional keyword, is it commercial keyword? Okay, so what is the intent of any particular keyword? Okay, on the basis of that we will use those keywords on the different stages of funnels. Okay, on the same different stages of the sales funnel. Okay, what is sales funnel, what is consumer journey, that also we'll discuss. Okay, do you know about consumer journey? What is consumer journey? Any idea about that? Anyone? Consumer journey? No?
No, ma'am.
Yes, Karthik?
No, ma'am. No idea about consumer journey, ma'am.
No idea. Okay, I'll tell you that also. Um, we'll discuss. Okay, so we have to understand the intent. Okay, whenever we are selecting any keyword from the keyword research list, where we have to use that keyword and what is the purpose of using that keyword, what is the intent of using that keyword. If someone is searching that keyword on search engine result page, what would be the intent of that particular user. Okay, if it is a commercial or transactional keyword, then they are heading towards sales, right? So it is important for us that that type of keyword is important for our blogging content, right? If it is an informational keyword, again it is important for our blogging pages, but the informational keyword is for starting beginner level of the sales funnel, and the commercial and transaction keyword are the keywords that we can use at the top of the funnel, right? So these are the things that we have to understand when we will analyze these keywords on the basis of intent. Okay, then we have to find out related search terms using the different types of keyword research tools. Okay, is that clear? All these steps clear? How to do keyword research? Okay, then let's start with the on page SEO, right? What are the important terms of the the first step was keyword research. When we will start on page SEO, the very first step that we have to do is keyword research. Okay, so first step we have done. Okay, then what comes after keyword research? Let's see that. So after keyword research comes the visual content. Visual content, that means the images, the videos, okay, that is visible on the website. Okay, so that we have to optimize, right? So what is that? Let's see that. Visual content are like images, graphics, and charts that can enhance the visual appeal and engagement of web pages, right? So, can anyone tell me which kind of images or charts we should use on websites and how we can optimize them? Anyone? Which kind of images or videos we should use on our website? Any idea about that? Anyone? This is the basic thing. I think you should know this. Surya, any idea about this? Which type of images we should use on the website?
I think user-friendly image which is easy to understand for the user.
Mm-hmm. And
Love that. An attractive one.
hmm, attractive one. Yes, correct. If the images will be attractive, then it will be engaging, right? We will be able to engage the audience for longer period of time on our website, right? So we have to use this attractive images on our website. Uh,
For
Along with this,
example, if you are giving any sale or a discount, we have to mention that maybe that may grab a many user
hmm,
or many
right.
customer.
Yes, correct. Means, first of all, the image should be relevant to our content, right? Through the image, it should grab the attention of our audience, right? And along with this, it should be very, means the sometimes many website contains blurry images, right? When we optimize the images, when we compress the images, it gets blurry, right? So we have to keep in mind that image quality should be good. Okay, the quality of image or the visual appeal of the image should be very good. Yes, Varnita?
We have to use PNG, right? Like PNG images and GPG.
Not exactly PNG. There will be different types of format that we will use for different purpose, right? Because PNG images are very heavy, so it will affect the speed of our website. So we'll avoid PNG images for normal blog posting and all. PNG images we can use for other purposes. I'll tell you which format we can use for which kind of images, right? So first of all, how to choose the right format for images. JPEG format is best for photographs and images with gradients. Okay, so it will not lose the quality when you will compress the images, right? While if you are using PNG images, they are used for they are best for transparency and text, right? And this kind of images we can use for if there is any decorative images. Okay, so for that we can use PNG images, right? Like decorative images, like if there are buttons we are using in our website. Okay, so that can be a PNG image. If there is an icon, we can use that in PNG format. Okay, but if we are uploading any image in our blog post content, then it should be JPG image. Okay, clear, Vanita?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now WebP format is also very good, but we have to check if our browser supports it or not. Okay, if a browser is not supporting WebP images, then we have to go with JPG image also, only. Okay, now why it is important for us to compress the images, and what are the things we have to keep in mind while compressing the images. So compression of image is only no means whenever we are compressing the images, first of all we need to look for the quality of the image after compressing the image, right? Many tools, when we use tools for compressing the images, they will compress the images, but the quality will degrade, or the image will get blurry. Okay, so we have to keep in mind that the image quality should not get degraded, and the image should not get blurry. It should look good on the website after compression also, right? So you have to double check after compressing the image, right? Which tool you can use for this image compression? Any idea about tools? No. So if you are using PNG images, then you can use PNG Gauntlet or Opti PNG plugins, okay, or tools. Okay, sorry, plugins, nay, tools. And if you are using, if you want to reduce file size by removing some image data, then you can use tools like JPG Optim or Tiny JPG. Okay, these are the tools that you can use for compressing the images. Okay, I'll write this names in the chat box, the tools that you can use for compressing the images. You can save this tools. Okay, I have shared it in chat box, right? So these are the things that you can do. Then reduce the color depth also. Okay, reducing the number of colors in an image can significantly reduce its size without noticeably no quality loss. Okay, so you can use tools Image Magic or GIMP for reducing color depth of a particular image. Okay, so this is also I'm sharing in the chat box to reduce the color depth. What will happen? The quality will also not degraded, and image size will get reduced. Okay, so so you can use this trick for compressing the images. I have shared the name, reduce color depth, Image Magic, and GIMP. You can check in the chat box. Okay, after this, what else we can do? um, Image optimization, this I have shared. Right now, other things that we can do for image optimization, this is the recommended image size for website, sorry sir, for desktop image dimensions and mobile image dimensions. Is it clearly visible on your screen? These dimensions are clearly visible on your screens?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just take the screenshot so that you can use this dimensions for your website. Okay, and just let me know when you take the screenshot.
Zoom it, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am.
Is it done? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I have one doubt, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
If we take the question mark keywords, no, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Like what is digital marketing? It goes under informational keyword or marketing keyword, ma'am. Why, what,
Informational
and we will use that.
informational keywords.
Okay, ma'am. If we take the Stu Valley Digital Technology Services, it goes under
Stu Valley, what?
digital marketing services.
Huh.
Stu Valley.
This will be product as well as market specific.
Yes, ma'am. I got that as a product keyword, but I have doubt now. It is mentioning the company name, no, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Yes. Acha, brand name also it will apply. Yes, correct. Brand name
Ma'am,
also will apply. Yes.
that is my doubt, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Any other? Okay. Okay. So, is it done? Have you taken the screenshot?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you? Okay. Should I change the slide now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, what is image optimization? Basically, it is the process of delivering high quality images in the right format, dimension, size, and resolution while keeping the smallest possible size. Right? And image optimization will help in improving page loading speed. Right? Boost website SEO ranking and improves user experience also. Right? So, what are the things? What are the steps involved in image optimization? That we will see. Okay, and how to do that, that also will see. So first of all, first thing comes in image optimization is alternative text or alt text. Any idea about alternative text? What is alt text? No.
जो इमेज अपलोड नहीं होता है उसके बदले में वो जो अल्टरनेटिव टेक्स्ट है वो शो कर जाएगा।
Very good. Yes, alternative texts are the basically these are the texts that we can write, yeah, for that describes an image. Okay, means written description of an image used in HTML code, we can say. Okay, it serves various important purposes like accessibility, SEO, and image loading issues, right? So just give me a second. Okay. Okay. So, one second, I'm sharing that again. Is my screen still visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay. So basically, this image alternative text, this concept arises because what happens? Images are visible to the people who can see, right, who are able to see the images on desktop, right, or the laptop. But what about the people who are not able to see the images, yeah, who are visually impaired? Okay, so for them, an organization decided that there should be equality, while we are serving images, there should be equality, means everyone should be able to see or understand the images that we are serving in the content. So for that, they started this alternative text thing that describes what is there in a particular image. Okay, so when we write alternative text, the people who are not able to see the image, they will know by the text that this there is an image here in between the content, and this image is about this thing. Okay, they will understand the alternative text that is written about the image. With that alternative text, they will know this image is about this thing. Okay, so that was the real concept of alternative text. Is it clear? Alternative text clear hua? What is the main concept behind alternative text? Okay, correct. So one second. Now, what are the purposes of image alternative text? First of all, accessibility, right? So, screen readers used by visually impaired users read the alternative text to describe the image, okay, providing them with a better understanding of the content, right? Second purpose of alternative text is SEO, right? So search engine uses alternative text to understand the context of an image, okay, and which can improve the ranking of your web pages in search engine results, right? That is why it is must to use alternative text, right? Not for the users only, but for the search engine also, this alternative text is important. Okay, and the third and very important purpose of alternative text is image loading issues. Whenever your images fails to load, the alternative text is displayed in its place, giving the users an idea of what the image represents, right? So whenever it happens by any chance on your website that your image fails to load, the users will see the alternative text that you have given in that image. So it will give them an idea that this there was an image here which contains this content. Okay, so these are the purposes for alternative text, right? Now, while you are writing alternative text for an image, what are the things you should keep in mind? The very first thing is be descriptive but concise. Okay, for example, when you are writing alternative text, you have to clearly describe the image in a brief manner. Okay, For example, if a book sorry, if an image contains a book, okay, so you have to write that this image is an about this you don't have to write the uh, image is about, just you can write the book, okay. Or if it is something relevant to the keyword that you are using or the heading that you are using in your content, so you can write that keyword or you can write that heading also in the alternative text, okay. Is that clear? You don't have to write like this image is about, skip that part, just write the main content, right? Like if it is a book, then you can write directly a book, okay. Or if the heading you are using or the keyword you are using is related to that book only, so you can write the heading or keyword as it is in the alternative text part. Is that clear? Is it clear how to write the alternative text? Any doubt in that? I'm showing where we, okay, I'm showing how and where we can write this alternative text. Is my screen visible? Is it visible? Screen is, website is visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So here, like this is some, this is, I'm writing a new post, okay. So, or one second. See, here I have this image fails to load here, right? But the alternative text that I have written here is still visible. Importance of yoga in modern life, okay. So this is how it serves, okay. So this is an example how alternative text works for you, right? After this, um, let's edit this. Okay, so here if I want to add any image, I'll go to this block and I click on this plus button here, click on image and upload any image from the um, desktop. For example, travel adventure, okay. This is the image, okay. Now we have to write an alternative text for this image. How will we write? When we'll click on this image, the settings related to this image will appear on the right hand side. We'll click on the advanced button. It is still not visible. I think it is not downloaded yet. That's why it is not visible. Okay. Now, can you see this alternative text here on the right hand side? Here you have to update the alternative text for your image. Okay. So whatever applies to this particular image, you can write here about that, okay. Clear? Is it clear? Travel adventure you can write, or sightseeing, or balloons, or whatever you want to write, you can write that, okay. Means this should clearly describe what the image is about, okay. And if it is related to travel adventure, so you can write the travel adventure also as a keyword, okay. Is it clear now how to update and where to update the alternative text? Hello, am I audible? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
clear.
ma'am.
Okay, okay. So this was regarding this alternative text. um, After this, what is the next thing that you have to use? Contextual relevance. Okay, when you are writing alternative text, ensure the alt text is relevant to the content and context of the page. Okay, means it should not only the alternative text should not only relevant to the image, but it should also be relevant to your content, the content that you are writing, or the context of your content, right? So this you should keep in mind. Then avoid redundancy. Okay, do not repeat information already presented in the surrounding text. Okay, just try to use any unique keyword, any unique alternative keyword that is related to your image as well as to your content, right? So you have to avoid the redundancy while writing the alternative text. Next thing is use keywords naturally. Okay, incorporate relevant keywords without keyword stuffing. Whenever you are using keywords, when you are trying to use your keyword in the alternative text or by explaining the image, just try to be natural. Don't stuff your keyword in the sentences. Just try to be natural. Okay, it should not look like the stuffing of keyword. It should look natural. When they understand, means it should be meaningful. Okay, clear? So these are the things. And skip decorative images. If there is any decorative images like buttons you are using, icons you are using in the website, okay, so don't put any alternative text in the decorative image, else it will considered as black hat SEO. Okay, so and your website will get penalized if you will practice this black hat SEO practices. Okay, clear? All the things are clear. When to use alternative text, which type of images. Okay. Then after this, after alternative text, we have internal links. Next thing that we have is internal link. I'm sharing the PPT once again. So, what are internal links? Any idea about internal links? What are internal links and why should we use internal links in our website?
Mhm.
To navigate himself website. For example, like read more,
Mm-hmm.
like that.
They should read more. Yes, correct, correct. Yes, Karthik, you were saying something?
Yes, ma'am. We should use internal links to get traffic in our website only, ma'am. By using that contact us and that's all. Some useful links will be no, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
When the
Correct.
user clicks on that links, then the user will be in our website only. He will not direct to another website. So there will be traffic in our website only, ma'am.
Yes, correct. Means internal linkings are the links that directs the user to other pages of our website, right? So when we are using internal linkings, the users will be able to visit other important or related pages also on our website, and they will no, spend more time on our website. Okay, then if they will only spend more time if you will provide good quality content, right? So that is also a basic requirement. But if you are providing good quality content and providing internal linkings too, so it will help users to engage more with your website, and this will indicate that you are providing useful information on your website. That's why people are spending more time on your website, and your website ranking will go high on search engine result page. Okay, is it clear why we'll why we should use internal linkings? Okay, and what about external linkings? Why we should use external linkings in our content? What is the importance of external links? Any idea?
वन एक वेबसाइट से और एक वेबसाइट जाने के लिए उसका जो लिंक होता है एक्सटर्नल।
लेकिन हम किसी दूसरी वेबसाइट का लिंक क्यों प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं?
ये एक एसईओ का तो ये है ना, जो कि एसईओ में इम्प्रूव होता है। और ऐसे भी बैकलिंक क्रिएट करने के लिए हमको थोड़ा बहुत लिंक तो देना पड़ता है।
बट बैकलिंक तो ये हमारी वेबसाइट से किसी दूसरी वेबसाइट को जा रहा है ना। when we are giving external, when we are mentioning external link in our content, we are providing backlink to another website, right? So why it is important to use external links?
Is it for authority?
No, it is not for authority.
To make a to purchase the product, maybe for that, to
To
make it more popular.
No, actually, external links we use. Either we can use external links for yes, Surya, we can use external links for popularizing any product or services, or to enhance the purchase of particular product, like affiliate marketing. If we'll do affiliate marketing, then we can mention external products links in our website, so that people will know, get the link and they will purchase from our website. This can also be a reason. Another reason for using external linkings is to provide a good source of information to our users, so that we can enhance their user experience, right? This is the another reason for using external linking in our content. Is it clear why we are using external linkings?
Ma'am, can you please repeat the second one?
Yes, external linkings we are using so that we can provide extra source of information for our users. Okay, means the content that we are explaining, we will mention the external linking related to that content only, right? So if we know any other article or any other content of a good website like Wikipedia, okay, a trusted source should be there. So if we trust that source, and if we believe that this source of information is good for our users, so for increasing, for enhancing the user experience and their knowledge, we will include that external link inside our content as an external link, so that they will get more information on that particular topic. Is it
So,
clear?
ma'am, yeah. So, ma'am, does it like improves the this traffic and all, like Travelog ranking?
Actually, it is important to use this external link, and yes, 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 it will help improving the traffic also, because the people will know that this particular website provides good source of information. Means the content that is available on your website is also a good quality content, and the source of information that you are providing, that is also a good source of information. So ultimately it will help in no, enhancing the user experience and traffic on your website. Okay. Or you can also, if you have any other YouTube channel or social media channels or social media pages that is explaining your thing, or that is providing any extra information about your topic, so you can put the external link of that also. That means ultimately you are redirecting them to your another channel, right, your another platform, so you will divert traffic from your website to your channel. That also you can do. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So other things, this internal linkings and external linkings, we will discuss in detail in the next session. Okay, and other elements also regarding on-page SEO. Okay. Till then, you can use this answerthepublic.com and Uber searches for your keyword research, and prepare your sheet. I'll let you know how to when to upload this sheet on portal. Okay, clear? And yes, that website designing assignment is there on website on the portal, so you can submit your website links. Okay, if it is completed, Vanita, you can share your link, website link there. Okay.
Where, ma'am?
On Stu Valley intern portal,
Oh,
from
okay,
the
okay,
portal
portal.
where yes,
Okay.
there.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you so much everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, someone is asking something.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yes,
Karthik.
ma'am.
Yes, Karthik.
Ma'am, in the answer the public website, we can download the keywords, ma'am.
No, you are not able to download the keywords until you pay for that. Okay, in the free version, you can just see the keywords. You can write down the important keywords in your list, but you
Okay,
cannot
ma'am.
download the image. Okay.
After seeing in that website, we have to text in the
Yes,
CSS. Okay,
yes. You have to type that in your sheet. Okay.
okay, okay, ma'am.
Yes. Any other query?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone.